Alright, so we're live on there.
Okay, ready?
And hit the blue button in the middle.
Yeah, ready? Can you wait? You got to come behind me.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Yeah, it's good. Now that's where I sit.
How are you on this thing? That's not where you sit.
Hello.
That's not where you sit. Here, this is where you. Wait, so you want me to sit like this then?
That's fine. However you want. I don't care.
I can't read. Welcome to a PC Sports Cards Live. Super Sky in the house.
Already, huh?
Hot and fresh, baby.
Got it.
Did I shave today?
Did you shave today?
No.
I didn't. I shaved last week.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got Kyle Butts.
Got my boy Lee, who used to go to Orange Theory, then quit.
Recent, huh?
No. And then he tries. Then I since I add my story posts on like going to the gym,
Yeah.
he sends me messages about how he doesn't like them.
About the gym?
About my posts. He's like, "Oh, you must be a social media influencer now for the gym."
Oh, are you?
No.
Yeah, but how fast did you run a mile?
I crushed it today. I ran 2.55 miles in like 23 minutes nonstop.
Guess what? BGS TCG making moves now. So thank you.
Thanks,
are we talking
Lee.
about? Is that Lee?
That's me, yeah.
Oh, Lee.
Maybe I can get a billboard in Times Square like you, huh?
What do you mean?
For his job, it was a picture of him on a billboard in Manhattan.
Does he own the company?
No, I think it was like for selling billboard space. So they obviously didn't sell the billboard space.
Oh, they couldn't get rid of it. So
Yeah.
like, Lee's a good-looking guy. We'll put him on.
He's all right.
Not that good, huh? So, what are we going to talk about? I can't touch Josh because I'm in front today.
Thank God.
Secondly, we're going to do a normal Q&A, and then we're going to talk about our challenge a little bit. Maybe Michigan college basketball. Why not?
ASU college basketball after a dramatic win.
You know, you missed the end of the Michigan game because you were at my house. Like, it was pretty crazy. Do you know that?
Yeah, because I got text messages going nuts about it.
It was
Dickinson hit another three, right?
Yeah, so they missed one. It got blocked. With 2 seconds left, it was an inbounds. He caught it, like, behind, like... and he hit, like, one dribble, turn around, fade away, three to tie it.
They were then there was the Florida State win, the 2 Iowa wins, Michigan State loss.
The Florida State win is kind of irrelevant, though. Because they're 8... I looked at their record afterwards.
They're 8-20. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. But also, Embiid almost hit a full quarter.
Go Cats only after that game on Saturday. Yeah.
Is he an Arizona guy too?
Yeah, he went. He went there. His family that went there.
Can we talk about? Look, we're talking about college basketball. The number of viewers are down. So should we get started?
Can we talk about good teams? We're talking about the good team that lost. See, said something nice about UVA. Nicest thing I'll ever say.
Where's Benedict Mathurin when you need him? Right? Am I right?
Let's get started, guys. Remember, if you have any questions, put them in that Q&A button. Oh, okay.
They didn't import?
No, they brought the wrong ones in. There were no good questions in. I could look them up. The only 2 questions we had, I could look them up.
Maybe no one wants to do this today.
Maybe not. Maybe not. We got to get the normal people here that ask a lot of questions. Questions we have are Christian Watson up or down, Kenny Pickett up or down. 2 guys.
That's it, huh?
That's it. Those are the 2 questions we have.
Up or down when?
That's their value up or down. Kenny Pickett, I think, is a solid buy right now. I don't think he's going down. We could talk about, did you see the Bears trade?
It happened?
I saw something that happened when I walked into the office today.
Hold on. Before we go there, I think Kenny Pickett has a good upside. Really good receivers. Najee Harris looked pretty good down the stretch this year when he was finally healthy.
Zach's strategy with picking quarterbacks is picking offensive lines that are good. So is their offensive line getting better?
No, they actually have the worst offensive line, like one of the worst. I'm assuming it will be better by next year. I would assume they would do some stuff. Christian Watson, I would say sell before the season, especially if Rodgers is gone.
Yeah.
I could see people be like, oh, he put up 8 touchdowns, but it was like, or 9 touchdowns, but he had like 400 yards.
He won't be on my. He's possible to keep in my keeper league and my dynasty league because I got him so cheap. But I keep receivers based on quarterbacks basically, so I'm definitely gonna not be keeping Watson.
In a dynasty, potentially you keep him cheap because like long term,
I get him cheap again though.
I think it'll be good long term. Yeah, true. Well, like in our dynasty, going to Brad, you don't pay anything. You keep 15 guys. Like Watson, I would keep in that instance. There's no.
And keep 8. You know my team. Better than that.
Yeah, but it's just like
reigning champs, bro.
Did you win?
I won dynasty.
I thought you did. Oh, you had Mike Evans, right? You did win.
Mike Evans the shit out of people.
Where are all of our guests?
They'll be in here.
It's like when they see my face, it just scares them. It's
they
too
don't like
good.
it. They don't
It's
like
too
it.
good. Like, I'm looking at both faces. I would definitely choose mine.
That's weird. I looking at both faces, and I would definitely choose mine.
Yeah, not for looks, just because you're used to
I
it.
feel like my hair is looking better now that I've lost weight. Also, thought of the other day.
Let's see. I'm sorry. Looks like I'm looking away, but yeah, your hair is looking great right now. I'm not gonna
Right?
lie. You're looking great.
Yeah.
But like, when you're a 9 next to a 10, you still look great.
Oh my god.
You still look great. So, do we have any questions about cards or anything?
It's funny because we actually the things that we're seeing with our auctions, whether it be stuff that was fixed price that we sent to auction, or stuff that sold that wasn't paid and then got relisted, we're seeing prices go up on those things. So I thought we'd have like a really happening live today.
Yeah, but
Right? Like, what cards did we have that went up? We had that Jerry West that I underpriced at $200 and it sold for $300.
yeah,
Auction got
we
paid.
paid right away. The Griffey got relisted for the third time. Well, relisted for the second time, and it sold for the most money it's sold yet. Yep. Your money's on Josh for what?
We're specifically doing it in two different ways, so it's not a contest. So let's say your money is on the buying and grading strategy over the ripping wax to sell strategy.
I am also grading it. I have inside information on this wax in that
We've done it already.
we did it already. You haven't heard my explanation, but yeah, I would say buying and grading is probably going to be better off strategy-wise. I didn't know I was committing to doing this outside of the first case. I thought I was doing the first case and then going the money and doing something else with the money, but apparently I've been committed to keep doing it.
Oh no, you're ripping.
So, I'm not sure yet.
You could change your strategy if you want.
We got our first question.
So, God.
Oh, good afternoon. I tried to crack a BGS to PSA, but it was hard. Do you have any lubricant that PC Sports Cards has that I can moisten it? It's still limp.
I mean,
You know,
ASU from further than half court. I actually hate Cambridge, though, by the way.
the guy who shot it.
Yeah, I hate him.
Well, because he's probably not good because he's on your team.
He just takes. He went to Brown and has no court awareness and no like game IQ. All he does is catch the ball and shoot. Guy on him, turn around jumper, doesn't matter.
How does he not have court awareness? Who went to Brown? Shouldn't he be smart?
That's my point.
He's probably not that. Like, you probably don't like most of the guys on the ASU.
I also love Bobby Hurley as a Duke fan, but hate him as a coach for ASU. And I think he probably just got a contract extension with this win.
You think?
Yeah.
That's how low the bar is?
Yeah.
Well, they might get in the tournament now,
ASU
right?
basketball. I mean, definitely going to get it ahead of Michigan now with that win. Every Michigan win's so good for ASU. I'm sorry, I don't mean to rub that in.
I don't know if that matters as much.
It does.
Because they played early before the teams were even real teams.
Michelle said her biggest fear was if we played each other in the playing game. And I said that they wouldn't do that to Michigan because of the score the first time we played. She didn't like that comment either.
I'm not... Oh, because, like, what, you'll just, like, rub it in if they lose?
No, because we'll dominate again.
I don't think that would happen. Michael, or Michelob, just throw that into the question queue and we'll answer that. What are these numbers from the story?
They're how much do you think we'll turn $1,000 into?
Someone said 130,000.
13,000, I think.
That's at 130. J. Andrew, what quarterback are you buying? That could also be the move. Just start buying some QBs instead.
Yeah.
But first, I got to rip and make some money off that first. That's at least how I'm starting, if not continuing. What quarterback are you buying? I mean, I think it's budget dependent. If you had the unlimited budget, I don't see how you could go wrong buying Patrick Mahomes. I mean that. If as long as you're paying, like, they're probably down a little bit since he won again.
I haven't looked.
But I know the optics are up a little bit.
But, like, Love is up already. Trask is up already. Any of these guys that are assumed to have a starting job are up already. Right?
Trey Lance is trending up. He might, Purdy still hasn't got the surgery because there was some complication, so he couldn't get it right away. Lance could be a decent buy. I mean, if he's going to start there, he's going to be successful. Whoever's a quarterback,
so good.
Yeah, whoever's the quarterback there is going to put up numbers and win games. Brady hasn't filed those retirement papers. If someone's calling him a quarterback, you get a fake bump there. I do. Yeah, Pickett, the O-line's a problem. I hate to say this.
I like if Carr goes to the Jets, they have good receivers. They could be Breece Hall to be back. They have a solid young offensive line. Like they could actually be good. And
I like
Carr actually a little bit.
What's up, Matt? I kind of like Rodgers cards right now, but I've done that so many times.
That's every year.
I just feel like they've gone down a lot. He still has 4 MVPs. Well, who's like the emerging guy? I mean, there's still some room. Herbert's are down a lot.
Like, do you buy low end or mid range Malik Willis cards just in case he starts? I mean, he looked terrible this year, but
he's not starting. I don't think they can do it. You know who you could buy? Who definitely has some room? Like Desmond Ridder is probably the starter there. I don't think they're drafting a quarterback.
What pick do they have?
Probably like 12-ish.
Yeah, he's probably starting. I mean, they used good draft capital on him when they got him, right? He was
a second or third. It's early third. It's like 70th overall. But a lot of people liked him coming in. That dude's a pretty decent coach. Good, innovative offensively. He might be a decent one to buy. I like the guys who are swinging down. Like I like Josh Allen and Herbert because there's people who've put money in them, so they'll be back up. And Herbert's a Charger, and Allen's a Bill, and maybe they're just cursed. But
I agree with that. I like those quarterbacks also. I think that there's going to be regression.
Yeah, but I think when it comes to the end of the year, every year Mahomes is there, so those guys drop a lot because they're like, oh, these guys could be as good as Mahomes, but then everyone's looking, and you're like, why am I buying these guys? I'm talking about the end of the year right now.
Yeah.
Why the pricing is where it is right now. Everyone's saying, why am I buying these guys? Mahomes is just the one.
Yeah, the other thing is there's no quarterbacks that people actually care about from this most recent class. So that money is going to funnel somewhere else. And is it going to be like position players like Olave and those kinds of guys? Or is it going to be to quarterbacks that are a year or two older? I think
it could be like Trevor Lawrence, Herbert. I mean, 2 2019 guys are probably also smart. Kyler's pretty low. New coordinator who ran a pretty nice offense with the Eagles. And Daniel Jones. Because, either he's going to get re-signed with big money for the Giants, who's going to get a hype. It's going to be hype there if he stays. Yeah, if not, he's going to... Yeah, but they're going to do something about that. If not, he's going to get a massive contract at some place, so...
Are they going to re-sign, what's his name?
I don't know. I hope not. I as much as I like Saquon, putting $20 million in...
No, not Saquon.
Oh.
Galladay. You going to give him an extension?
They just announced today he's gone.
Oh, yeah?
On March 1st, whatever the first day is. All right, we got some questions. All right. This is a good one. What to do with Kyle Lewis PSA 10 base slabs? Sell now, throw off a bridge, or gift them? Gift's a good idea. I wouldn't throw off a bridge. Even if it's $6, I like $6 better than 0. Get the sentiment. Maybe the bridge would be the most entertaining, though.
I would probably just sell them. Put them in a lot. Get rid of them and do something with them. So maybe throw one off a bridge, run one over with a car, right? Like different, sort of like make it like Groundhog's Day, like the movie Groundhog's Day, where you see how many times it could die, how many different ways the slab could die. You have unlimited probably. So.
Yeah, I think they can't go much lower than they are now. I feel like they're $10 for like a Bowman Chrome. So you could. I wouldn't waste a lot of time thinking about Kyle Lewis, I guess. If you're going to sell him, sell him.
Is he the worst rookie of the year ever?
No, Bob Hamlin. Royals, I think 94 was really bad.
Angel Baroa was also. He was pretty bad.
Did he win Rookie of the Year?
Yeah. Because I remember the Royals had 4 rookies of the year in 6 years, and they're still terrible.
Yeah. Just don't think about. I would just not think about it. If he becomes good, you might get $20, $30 for it, or sell all 10 of them, get $50, $60, $70, $100, whatever it is, and just buy something else that could go up more. Just don't waste time thinking about Kyle Lewis. I can't answer, but this is actually a real question.
That is a real question. I'm very surprised.
Super Sky growing up a little bit, even though I like him young. Pause. Correct use.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think AD can carry the Lakers now? Don't sleep on the question. Statement, don't sleep on the Lakers, period, then thoughts, question.
This is LeBron's injury.
Yeah, I don't... It's a scary proposition to have AD carry your team. Because...
He could be injured in a week.
Not sure he could carry a backpack without getting hurt. Good enough... Is AD good enough to carry a team? Yes. They added some decent role players. It's a pretty bad team. But, like, the teams are competing with, like... The Jazz are going to have to start tanking soon. Like, they might have made themselves...
Spurs.
The Jazz might have made themselves too good to get Wembanyama because they're not going to. I mean, the Spurs don't win a game.
Yeah.
They don't win. They stopped winning intentionally to get Victor Wembanyama.
Getting a big guy worked out for them last time, right?
Which time?
Well,
both, right?
Well, the second time. Well, the year
Wasn't Robinson also the first pick, though?
Yeah. But Robinson was
8 years
hurt.
before.
It was like
I know how they cheated. I wish they got Keith Van Horn. That'd make my life so... Then we wouldn't be here in Duncan versus Garnett. Duncan would just be some chode on the Nets. Be hanging out with Derek Coleman. I think there's some bad teams ahead of them. And, like, the Pelicans should be really good, but they just keep getting hurt. Zion's out. Interesting. Francesa, who everybody hates in his dumb takes, argued with Bill Simmons on his podcast before Zion went to the NBA that he will not be All-NBA within the first 5 years because of his body. And Simmons and all of his, like, hoops guys made fun of him because, like, Zion was a transcendent athlete. But I'm not sure. He's not All-NBA. It's kind of because his body just always hurt.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I didn't think he'd be right either. I thought Zion was going to be awesome.
Still a couple more years left, though.
This is his fourth year.
So a year left.
He's got a year left.
Gotta get healthy. Finally becoming an actual man, not a child. Finally drink, right?
Great. That's just what he needs. Yes, because the bottom half of the West sucks. Sleep on the Lakers or not. I mean, I'm asleep before they play most games, so I guess I sleep on the Lakers. Oh, God.
This guy's asking questions today.
I think Darvin Ham can definitely get 8-8 to the level. I don't think the role players are as bad in the Lakers. 1 to 14 are loaded. Number 14 is above average. They made a lot of moves to build depth out.
1 to 14 meaning the players, or 1 to 14 meaning the seeds?
No. I think he's talking to...
Like the bench?
No, he might be saying teams 1 to... I don't know. I think he's saying the bench, though, because they have a lot of like guys' names at least.
12 guys on a roster, though.
No, you can have up to 15. Darvin Ham. Players. That's what I figured. This is a great question. Like, buy now, LeBron, or just pass? I don't know the answer anymore.
I would avoid high pop stuff, but I would buy lower end stuff to grade and sell.
It's weird, though. Like, when he broke the scoring record, the top score on the high went up because that's what everyone knows. But now it's probably a good time to avoid it again.
Yeah, but like, so for the contest that we're doing, for the $1,000 contest, I'm buying LeBron stuff for sure.
But like base,
yeah,
to grade and flip.
Yeah, I'm not buying it to keep. I just think the money's there to make.
Yeah, but these, but you could say that with like any type of card almost. LeBron, like you can figure out. Yeah. It doesn't mean it's a good card or something someone should own.
But enough people want to own it.
With LeBron, I would say, like, I don't know. I keep thinking we saw a bottom and they keep going lower. I feel like LeBron is a weird one. I feel like a lot of people don't like him because stuff seems contrived. However, in this day and age, like, he's also never... Like, the worst thing LeBron ever did was, like, the decision. Yeah, I guess... You could do the before the Hall of Fame. I don't disagree with that. But, like, LeBron's actually never done anything bad. He's never had accusations of cheating on his wife, of, let's say, of gambling, of...
All he does is charity for his, like, local areas and stuff.
Yeah.
All good, all positive
or, like,
things.
Being a bad father. Like, he moved to L.A. He's, like, going to Lakers because he wants to be near his kids. Like, he wants to play till his son plays with them. Like, He has no not to make it about fuck it. Not to make it about race, but everyone's like, he was raised by a single mother, and he's a black man who's being a good father, and he's being criticized, whereas people so much would make those stereotypes and go the other way. So I don't really understand why his cards go down. He's never done anything wrong outside of the decision, which nowadays, if you did that now, that really wouldn't be that big a deal. He led the player empowerment era where people switch teams, but everyone does it now.
Yeah, it's like when the first guy was the first free agent. Did that really mess anything up?
Yeah. They're he was evil because of that. That's where he gained a lot of hate because he did that. He went to Miami to a super team, but there's now 6 super teams in the league at a time. It's just. But he's never done anything wrong. He's only done good things, and he even wore a Yankee hat to the Indians game when the Yankees played the Indians in the playoffs. I don't know. So from that perspective, I don't see why he's. I think it's people just think he's a phony and stuff, but as far as actually, he doesn't actually do anything bad. So I don't know. There's a lot of guys who are a lot worse in sports who have done a lot worse things. I like this question. Josh, what do you think?
So the question is, are the Nuggets the team to beat? I think yes, right? I think yes. I bought a Jamal Murray gold optic 2020 for $42.
Oh boy!
Right? I think they can make a run. There's a reason that Jokic won the MVP the past 2 years. I think they're the best team in the West, and I actually think it's going to be between them and Dallas when it comes down to it.
You think Kyrie's going to not mess up?
Yeah.
Well, I guess he's due for a big contract, I think.
Yeah, the Suns could obviously also make a run. There's too many cooks in that kitchen.
I don't know. Durant fits in everywhere. He's so good. Durant hasn't played yet either, so that's the. I think I'll give my answer. I think the Bucks are the team to beat. However, Giannis might be out for a long time now. Apparently, first game back from the All-Star break. I haven't been following that. I just saw he had to get an MRI, and he's going to be out for a little while. But I like the Bucks. I think all roads go through Giannis. But if you were to tell me which team's more likely to make the finals, I'd probably go Nuggets because the East is a lot tougher. East has, even the Sixers, even Miami could win the East, and they suck, but they're annoying. They're hard to play. It's funny.
I think there's 3 teams in the East that are good.
What, the Sixers, Bucks, and Boston? Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's.
But Miami could beat any of those teams
in a 7-game series.
Yeah, and they've done it.
I obviously also think the Hawks could be good always.
They don't even have a coach. I guess they finally got a coach. I guess the Cavs too. Cavs should be good, but they're young.
I think the West has more talent than the East.
Not anymore. I guess it also depends if the Warriors are healthy too. The Nuggets would be fun, right? I feel like that's a team that everyone would be happy. Yeah. Yeah, what's his name? Giannis might be out, though, MD.
Gavin Lux tore his ACL today.
Yeah, you didn't hear me say that before?
No.
When we were in there, I saw
yeah.
Running the bases.
Let's see if that's
Does Dame deserve more hobby love? Josh.
Yes, but he's in Portland, so nobody ever really cared about him. He's a stud. But he's we talked about this last time, right? He's a one-time All-Star. Right? Or 3-time All-Star or something?
You're talking about...
No, McCollum. That's McCollum. McCollum's 0.
He never made it. No, Dame's a 10-time All-Star.
You think so?
Look it up. 8. He's made it a lot of times. I think he sells pretty well, doesn't he? Or he did.
No.
The reason is NTs and stuff don't sell that well as rookie year because they weren't real. They weren't inserted in packs. 7-time it says. Someone
7-time?
Yeah. They all got how many time All NBA? Probably 5, 4. They weren't actually inserted into packs. You had to you got them directly from Panini as a replacement or a redemption in some other product.
Sticker autos also, right?
That's why they're all stickers.
6-time All NBA.
Yeah, so that's more important, really. So 6 times he was a top 15 player in the league. Because they don't really break it down by position anymore.
75th anniversary team. It's top 75 all time.
Yeah. So he's legit. I think his cards could go up a little more. Sure.
But Portland's not going to win, so what's going to drive him up?
Yeah, unless
Right.
I thought Durant might go to Portland. That would have been cool. So Fanatics will be putting in a lot of money in the next 5 years. Will the Panini brand go up, especially inserts? I thought he had to get an MRI, MD. I just saw the headline last week. I haven't looked since Thursday or something, whenever the first day back from the break. So I could be talking out of my butt. So Fanatics will be putting in a lot of money in the next 5 years. Will the Panini brand go up, especially inserts? Fanatics bought the Panini license, right?
Fanatics bought the license. Well, not Panini. They bought the NFL and NBA licenses.
But they made a deal with Topps. They did not make one with Panini
They
yet?
have not purchased Panini. Panini hasn't sold to them.
I actually agree with that. Could have been fun to see. Cool to see Durant land in Dallas instead of Kyrie. I don't know who Dallas would give up for him.
The Colts-Bears trade's not finalized.
So Colts moving up from 4-1.
It's not finalized, though.
How annoyed do you think Houston has to be? Even if they didn't want to take a quarterback. Because Lovie Smith went for 2.
Yeah, they got fired for it.
Because he went for 2. They lost the number 1 pick.
PSA 10 base or PSA 8 silver? Can I pass on both?
Yeah, I'd probably go with the 10 base. Easier to sell.
I'm just going to pass on both.
Or get the PSA 8 base silver and try BGS if it's centered. Maybe get a BGS 9.5. So Fanatics will be putting a lot of... I don't think the Panini brand will go up. Maybe some older wax will. Perfect. That's great. I love Giannis, so I'm in on Giannis. I mean, if they don't buy it, the Fanatics... I mean, the Panini brand...
I mean, Panini. What's going to happen is if Panini doesn't sell to Fanatics, Panini's most likely going to become like a Leaf type of product where they're still making the high-end products like Prism and everything like that without logos.
Yeah, it won't. Those will then be horrible.
Right?
Those will be horrible.
And what would that do to the older ones?
It could hurt them. Not like... I don't know, though, because think about Upper Deck. Old Upper Deck isn't hurt because of it.
Yeah.
So I don't think it will hurt it. What will happen is if they don't... Like, there'll be, like, a lot of lawsuits because, like, any insert name or any set, if they don't make a deal, Fanatics will have to come up with new names. They can't use any ones that are previously
Let's use
used.
all top stuff. So it'll be Dynasty and it'll be...
Oh, yeah.
it'll be like Luminance, right?
Topps Chrome.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, they don't really...
the higher end brands.
Maybe
right?
they don't really need
They
them.
won't do Prism. They'll do only Topps Chrome. They won't. They'll do Bowman and Topps. Like they don't need the Panini.
Yeah,
products.
there'll be no more National Treasures.
Well, no, there would still be National Treasures to be unlicensed, but they would come up with like a Topps brand that would be similar to it. Like
No, that's what I'm talking about. The gold standard of the rookie or whatever. Like it won't. No, I don't mean the brand gold standard. I'm sorry,
right.
But like
it could be 5. They can make it 5-star museum though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Right? Like nobody's gonna care.
Yeah, well, it was exquisite RPAs until 2010-9 when
Right.
Playoff Panini bought Don, whatever it was, it had the license. Then National Treasures became the top one, both, and then eventually Topps Chrome is replaced by Prism. Blah blah blah. So I would say they will become terrible if not. Dame on the Lakers. Miami has some big name team. Will get him over the top. He was selected first in the All-Star game. Shows you the respect he has in the league.
Nobody's saying he's bad. Right?
Yeah. Bucks releasing Fournette. So with my PC, I'm confused. Do I sell now? I have 90s basketball, but they are so nice. I'm so confused. Help.
If it's your PC, hold it. Right? Like if it's actually what you care about, hold it. Unless you want to get something else.
I mean, 90s basketball inserts and stuff aren't going down anytime soon, so there's no rush to sell any of that. That stuff's going to continue to go up if it's the right stuff, even if it's the wrong. But if it's stuff that there's a high pop and like a graded version is overpriced, sell the graded version, make money, and buy a raw one.
Yeah, I did that with my, what was it? My gold medallion Duncan rookie. I sold it for $2,300, and then I bought a raw copy for $25. And the PSA 10, and it's sitting in a mag, and it looks perfect from here. Look.
Yeah, it's better. I think that
It basically bought me a platinum.
Lillard's situation reminds me too much of Trout.
Yeah, I agree with that.
West Coast. Yes and no. Yeah, for sure. Trout's just the best player, though. Or was for over a decade. Lillard was never the best player. I think that
What's
is a
up, Ian?
distinction. Not being the number one guy.
I could definitely see Rodgers going to the Raiders. Didn't he just buy a house in Vegas? Also, like I read a report that he bought a house in Vegas.
I didn't read any of that. Rodgers to the Raiders seems like a huge mistake. Why would you want to go in the same division as Herbert and Mahomes?
Yeah, but you get Jacobs, you get Devontae.
Oh, sorry, Jacobs is unrestricted free agent.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think that move.
Who's the Georgia running back there? Is it Georgia or
It's
Bama?
Amir White, yeah, from Georgia. I don't think it makes any sense besides to be with Adams, but like McDaniels is the coach, he's terrible. I could see Rodgers retiring or staying in Green Bay. I don't know. Jets is what would be the most fun though. Good team. He gets to like come in New York and be a weirdo.
Then he gets to go to Minnesota afterwards and just follow Favre around with the Favre pattern.
Yeah, and only have one ring, like kind of disappointingly, in 4 MVPs versus 3. I'm going to read the next one. I submitted a Value Plus about a month ago, and it's done grading, but says QHF 1. I'm confused on what that is, and it's been like a week. Josh, this seems like a good one for you to answer.
Brandon,
what's QA1?
So QA1 is when they start reviewing the cards. It could be in QA1 for a week or two. Then it'll go to QA2. Then it'll be marked as shipped, and you'll get an email that the grades are complete whenever we get them. It goes from grading to assembly, where they assemble the slab. Then they do 2 quality checks. Then it's complete. So you get the grades when it's fully done.
And it's kind of hard to predict how long that or short
That
that
could
will
take
take.
3 days. That could take 3 weeks.
Depending on other stuff in the order, basically. I feel like going from raw to graded with 90s cards because if I hold, I can sell easier down the line.
100%.
If they're graded.
Yes.
Well, if you have raw ones now, then you can grade them yourself.
Yes. Which might be, if they're in good condition, could be a way to save a lot of money.
Do you think Fanatics acquires or partners with a grading company?
Well, Blackstone is a big investor in Fanatics and in CSG. So they sort of have some kind of connection also through a parent company or through an investment company. So if they partner with somebody, that seems to be the one that would make the most sense. I don't see them going out and strictly acquiring like a BGS, an SGC, or CSG straight out to be under their umbrella, but they're closely tied enough to CSG already.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the whole hullabaloo is around all the people behind CSG trying to make it work. I don't.
Hullabaloo. Let's go on.
I just don't think they're that good.
I mean, Fanatics wants to be the everything in the card market, and it just seems like they bit off a lot, and I don't know if they could chew it.
Well, it'll take a while to figure it out.
They have a while. They have years.
Yeah.
Spend a lot of money on those licenses.
No one has as long as they think. Then you also have more than you think. Yeah, I would assume they would. Why wouldn't they?
$1 bill has joined.
Why wouldn't they want to? Will, how was the Knicks game? Did they win or lose last night?
Didn't make enough story posts about it.
Pause. We actually already got this question.
In reality, I think buying any quarterbacks in the next 2 months is a relatively good move. Maybe not Jordan Love, maybe not Kyle Trask.
I wouldn't own Jordan Love when the season starts. He looks so bad when he played.
As we get closer to the National, just like every other year, everybody's going to think their quarterback's going to win and their quarterback's going to be the best or the one they invested in or speculated with, whatever. So I think that if you could find the right deals, the right cards, quarterbacks are a good thing to buy right now.
Yeah, just don't overpay, and then you could probably make 10 to 20% before the season. Just don't hold the wrong guys. I mean, I would say that. I think Daniel Jones is good upside. I don't want him. I want the Giants not to re-sign him, so I'm not a Jones homer. I don't want to pay him that much money. I like that. I like Sam Howell.
Where's he?
Washington. He's the only quarterback on the roster. He was at UNC.
Yeah,
I like Sam Howell a lot. I feel like Ron Rivera's not good for you if you're a quarterback, though.
UNC on the UNC topic. UNC preseason #1 in basketball and not going to make the tournament.
Oh, they're not going to make it at all.
No.
What happened to Baycott?
He's there. They play no defense.
Hubert Davis. They almost won last year. They were winning with like under 5 minutes left.
Didn't lose anybody. They're not going to make the tournament this year.
They didn't lose anyone?
Maybe one or two non-key players.
Yeah, they got Eric Bieniemy as OC though. We don't know what that means because he didn't call a play in Kansas City and he had Patrick Mahomes.
I can't read that.
Fanatics could end up in a lot of antitrust mess if they keep going. Yeah, they might. I don't know. Not a lawyer.
So, let's talk about the contest.
Let's talk about the contest.
You excited?
No.
Really?
Well, he's got to be an upgrade over what they had. What was like North Turner's son? I like Howell, though. I liked him like in 2020. I don't know how good he actually is in 2021. Yeah, the contest will be fun.
I want to see if any mail came for me today.
Oh, God.
You see my Harper over there underneath the monitor?
Is that your first card?
Yeah,
in?
you think it's diamond cut? Look at the bottom.
Oh, this one you're bragging that you got an orange, but the guy listed as a gold?
Yeah, boy. Like, does the bottom look diamond cut to you?
It's like trimmed, maybe. What is that? It's not straight.
It's diamond cut.
Diamond cut, the line would still be straight. It would just be off.
No, the line wouldn't be straight.
It would be straight like that.
Because the top line is straight.
It could be. It's not gradable anyway.
You see that one print line?
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a big deal. You can still get it done with that.
Not with that bottom edge. All right, so the contest. We each get $1,000, and we got to see how much we can make in a year. So the start date is March 1st, so it's easy.
I already started buying stuff.
He bought stuff for a couple days, but it's okay. It wasn't really much of a start, actually.
Part of my budget.
A lot of updates. So what Josh is going to do is he's going to buy singles and grade them, like low end stuff, refractors, stars.
I will also buy deals, right? Like, I'll buy if I see a deal like somebody's selling a lot, I'll buy a lot on blowout. Like I bought a lot of 16 cards on blowout.
I thought we can only buy on eBay.
No, you can buy on eBay, blowout, or Facebook. Just can't use any real competitive advantages. Like so, if a customer reaches out to us that wants to sell us a grading order, I can't buy that.
Sure.
Right?
So you have to. If someone has to post it.
Yeah. Somebody has to post it, or I have to make a post and somebody replies.
And it has to be in a public forum.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start. Josh is going with the grading junk singles of superstars. Jake Plummer rookies are not worth anything.
They're worth something to me. No, they're not. Guy smokes a lot of weed.
Plummer?
Yeah.
There's another Jake
He's
Plummer.
like a mushroom farmer now.
He can do it every once. He made enough money. I'm going to rip a case of Topps Chrome Update because we did it. You got anywhere from, I think it was 2 to 6 of a guy. And like the price is down to like $9 to $9.50 a case. So 2 to 6 of each rookie. There's 2 different J-Rod rookies. J-Rod PSA 10's $250. Witt's about $85. Some other guys are 60 plus. Well, I'm starting with this because we did it already ourselves. So we have one left over. I don't wax a bat, Juan. So I'm gonna go this route and see how it goes. You get 196. Well, 12. How many was there? 24 packs in a box.
Packs.
There's a lot of cards.
There's not a lot of cards. There's just a lot of packs.
So many packs. But
4 cards a pack. Some with 5 and some.
And it
with
was
3.
24 bucks, right?
Some with 5, some with 3.
Yeah, like a purple is like of J-Rod's like $80. Like there's just money there. It's gonna take some work, but I know it works, and I don't want to go out bidding on singles yet. I want to build my budget up a little bit. I want to use our grading consignment service because I think I can break even with even without hitting anything good. And if I hit 6 J-Rods, not 2, because I hit 6 of some guys, I'm already up, as long as 4 of them can grade.
And the cool thing about all this is we're going to show everybody on our YouTube series how we do everything, listings that we wrote, all the fun stuff, all the math behind it, to show you guys that you can make money doing the same thing, whether it's buying singles, grading them and selling them, or ripping the right wax, grading it and selling everything the other way, right? So we want to share how we do it with everybody.
Yeah, and I want to build up a couple grand off this, hopefully, and then I can move on to the next thing where I could do a little more damage. I might go buy some singles next. I just have already done this, so I think it's a good product that has good value in it. And I think it's safer, or I think it's safe with limited downside. I think I have upside.
I think it's more predictable.
I mean, buying and grading junk on eBay is probably more predictable.
Hell yeah. It's absolutely not dead. Grading paper. You just have to grade the right guys.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to grade chrome or refractors because you're probably looking at $1 to $3 for the paper card and $2 to $5 for the base and the refractors, and you have a better chance of getting 10s on the refractors and stuff like that, and a higher resale on them when they're graded. But if you have paper, you can still grade paper.
Yeah, I'm not grading. I'm buying chrome, not paper.
Yes.
So I'll probably hit 4 or 5 autos. I mean, if I get a J-Rod refractor, just a regular at PSA 10s, it's probably over $1,000, which is the cost. That's it. I'm not even asking for anything good.
What did the blue paint you sell for?
It's probably worth like $200.
Did it sell yet or is it still listed?
Didn't sell yet. We got a bunch more questions. Should we go to them?
Go to them.
Do I keep my Dwayne Wade numbered and refractor cards or sell? He is Hall of Fame nominee. Sell him when he gets it right before it's announced, if you're trying to maximize it. Long term, he's underrated, so they should go up.
You can either sell before the vote, because he's going to get in. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. There's no question about it. Or wait till he actually goes into the Hall of Fame, and you have to hold him for a couple of years then.
Why is this gilded product so hot and popular?
I mean, I see people buying it, and I have no idea. So I hope somebody could tell us that.
It's just like a weird sepia-looking Topps Chrome, right? That's like kind of goldish.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it looks stupid. It makes every card you think is a super fractor and none are. What is it? Why is it called the Gilded Project?
I have no idea.
Are they making something gilded so there's a limited run and it's like backed by gold? Because that's what that means. WE cards worth even buying or just hard pass? I'd say hard pass. Maybe if you found like raw Hulk Hogan rookies you could grade, or Ric Flair.
Or if you got like Prism from last year, Hulk Hogan silver, you might have to grade that.
And lose money.
Who did that?
Gilded has etching on the side, so they all have etching on the surface. I don't understand.
It makes no sense to me.
Have you guys ripped any 22 Ben Baller? Just wondering your thoughts on the black refractor base set.
No.
Supposed to look, if it's gilded. We have not ripped any. Again, ripping is generally not a good business idea.
It's a gamble in general. We like to rip products, and this is how I was doing it in like 2013, 14, and 15. We used to like to rip products that we know what we're going to get out of it, so we know what we're going to get. 2 to 6 J-Rods. I knew we would get 10 to 12 Mookie Betts in Update 2014, and DeGrom and all those guys. You know what you're going to get. You know how often it grades pretty well. You can look it over right away. You sort of can say what's the minimum that you're going to get out of it, and then hope you get some good hits. Like when we opened 2018 Update, we hit a Black Soto, right? Wish we would have sold that.
The guy complained about the condition then at PSA 10, but he didn't give us back the money we gave him back for that.
So
annoying.
But we made money on that because we made money on the lower end stuff, and then that's a bonus.
Well,
so Zach from experience knows that the same thing's going to happen with Topps Chrome from last year. So it's a safe. He has a general idea of what he's going to get out of it originally, and then hopefully we hit something big and it's a home run.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing though about the condition. Someone brought up a point. Out of that whole case, we only graded 12 cards,
and 10 of them were 10s.
Yeah, I mean, we were very selective.
super picky.
We hit right, but it was like 12 cards total. So it was kind of crazy. So I might lose. Like, yeah, if the J-Rods aren't clean, I'll lose. And I'll have to go with the Josh route. But I won't have nothing.
Right.
But also, I think that, like Josh was talking about how we used to do it back in the day, I think the prices are finally coming back to those numbers, probably plus inflation, where they make sense.
100%.
Should a PSA 10 be worth more than another PSA 10 of the same card if it has better eye appeal? Depends. If it's a high-end item, I definitely believe so. I think the centering could change it if it's better centered, if the autograph is better, if it's signed. Yeah, I think that's definitely the case. If they're both 10s and one's a better-looking 10, I get that the feeling is, if it's a 10, they all have to be perfect, but they're not perfect. They're just gem mint.
I will tell you, if you're the seller, you're going to think so, and if you're the buyer, you're going to think absolutely not.
Do you think Topps makes too many products, honestly?
Yes.
Yeah, we've said that many times.
Topps and Panini make too many products.
I think Panini's worse, but they're both pretty bad. Glad y'all are doing the sport YouTube again. Do either of you collect any cards that are non-sports?
No, I don't.
No. I'm trying to think. No.
One of our employees collects like the Leaf Pop Century stuff.
Yeah, I don't collect any non-sports stuff.
And a bunch of our employees are Pokemon guys.
This is right around this. Is Sapphire becoming overproduced and devalued?
Yes.
1,000%. There's Bowman Chrome Sapphire, Bowman Draft Sapphire, Topps Chrome Sapphire. It was just
Update Sapphire.
Topps Chrome Update Sapphire. When it was just Topps Chrome Sapphire, it was a lot better. It was already the product in and of itself is an overproduction. It's another product just with sapphire atomic looking things. That, like, at least at first there was like 300 boxes or something. It was limited.
Yeah, it's just over. There's way too many products and way too much of each of the products.
Yeah, it's a.
That being said, people like it, so once it comes out, it's one of those great products to rip, grade, and sell right away if you're the first one to get them.
It's even hard now though, because you used to you'd get like everyone in a box, but now it's like that Topps Chrome Update. There's not a lot of cards in the pack, so unless you get it's a losing product overall.
Let's get one or two more questions, then roll.
Will you be offering a grading service for Funkos?
No.
Best hockey goalie to buy now. Ask Joel Kaplan, DM him.
Yeah, ask Joel or ask the Reverend.
Correct, Moscato purple. 2018 was the last good year. Then they did what I just said. And 2019 might not have been as bad, but the rookies were... Actually, no, the rookies were good. It was bad.
I actually do have a list of hockey players to buy.
From who?
Barassa.
Why?
Don't need to buy him.
Last question. If you add two nickels together, do you think it equals a Danny Dime?
Maybe.
Yeah, they're looking like 40, 45 million, so I don't think so. All right.
Thanks, guys, for watching. Check it out. We're going to have a lot of YouTube stuff coming up. We're trying to do more and more of it like we used to. Figuring out some other ways to put it up and give you some more information. Like today, we posted a video about how to crack an SGC slab with a flathead screwdriver. So we're going to do some more stuff like that. And look forward for Zach posting a video later today or tomorrow about a little bit more in depth about how he's going to be doing the rip and grade and sell.
I got nothing else.
Eli face.
Got my cards from Bagels today from the Bleecker event.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. We have one of our employees.
Take it easy. Keep it hot and clean.
So, thanks a lot, guys. You want to hit it over there?